How many pubs and bars were there in the UK in 2018? That's according to the Office of National Statistics.
This is really hard.
Yeah, you think about towns and how many there are.
Are you watching this in a pub? So count that one.
Yeah, count all the pubs, but don't forget to count the one you're in.
Yeah,
as well.
You'd be gutted to be one out on that one.
OK, everyone locked in now. Kate, this is a hard one. We'll go first with you. What have you gone for? How many pubs and bars were there in the UK?
Well, I've gone high.
OK.
340,000.
340,000. Ivo, have you gone up or down from that for your average?
I'm going to go with 105,000.
105,000. So you're not crazily apart from each other. No. Let's take a look at your average. 222,500 bars and clubs. Are you close to that at home? Andy, are you close to that?
I'm close-ish to that. I actually was going to go even higher, and then I thought, calm down.
Whoa.
Calm down.
Whoa there, you thought.
So I've gone with 300,000.
300,000, says Andy. All of these sound reasonable. They might all be miles out.
Yeah.
If it's 8, I'm going to be really annoyed.
I was going to say 8. I was thinking
if you think about it, it's a Georgian dragon.
There's 2 of those.
It's a crown and anchor. Phil...
There you go. I've gone with 700,000.
700,000.
There used to be more.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
They used to be on every corner.
There did used to be a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the question wasn't how many pubs did there used to be. Sorry, I should have made that clear. I think I can work out your average, Andy and Phil, and I think it is, you think there are 500,000. So 222,500 versus 500,000. What have you gone for at home? You've gone bigger, you've gone smaller. I don't know what I go for. This is... I'm going to duck out of this one because I don't want to look an idiot.
I can't wait for this.
No,
Let's see, in 2018, how many pubs and bars were there in the UK? There were... 38,800.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, you're almost 200,000 out, but you do get the point.
Well,
yeah, 38,000.
Right.
A point to Ivo and Kate. Ivo, you were the closest as well. I mean, you weren't close at all, but you were the closest. Well done at home. It's hard when everyone's gone similar. I bet people at home have gone, maybe 40,000, and then as soon as you start going in the 100,000s, they'd have gone up. You've dragged them up, I bet.
Which just goes to prove never listen to anyone on the telly.
Never listen to anyone on telly or in real life or your parents. That's mine. According to Guinness World Records, how long is the River Nile in miles? How long is the River Nile?
I'm looking at your eyes to see if I can pick up what number you're going to write.
Yep.
What do you reckon at home? Tough one, this, isn't it? Tough to work out where to...
It's another one of those things that you think you should know.
So, how long is the River Nile? Kate, what have you gone with?
I've gone with 231 miles and a nice crocodile.
Ooh. 231 miles. OK. What do you think at home? John, have you gone longer than that?
I've gone a little bit longer. I've gone 325.
325, OK. So your average is 278 miles.
All right, that seems OK.
Fair dues.
OK. Yolanda.
Oh, no.
Guys.
I'm with you.
I was all good until
I'm with you. Don't worry.
I mean...
Don't worry. Listen, we'll get to it.
Right.
We will get to it, OK? Yolanda, what have you said?
425.
425 miles, says Yolanda. Joe, you gone up from that?
Just a tad. 3,000 I've gone with.
3,000 miles.
Guys, I've gone with 3,000.
It could not be wrong.
I'd be in the thousands. Let's take a look at your average. 1,712.5 miles. So 278 miles plays 1,712.5. What have you gone at home? Are you in the thousands or are you in the hundreds? Who are you closest to? So, according to Guinness World Records, how long is the River Nile in miles and who has won the point? 4,100.
Well done, Joel. See?
Joel. Oh, here we go.
In centimetres, what height was the world's tallest sandcastle? Built in September 2017. According to Guinness World Records. What do you think? This is a tougher one, isn't it? What do you think at home? You got an answer? Shall we take a little look? Ed, we'll start with you. How tall do you think this tallest sandcastle was?
I mean, this is big. Again, I've gone what I think is quite big.
Yes.
It's 550 centimetres.
550 centimetres.
Nikita just made a face that suggested we are in trouble again.
Uh-oh. So that's... But they always do it in centimetres. That's 5 metres.
The 5.5 metres, right?
Yeah, about 15, 16
It's
foot.
big.
Big?
But it's the biggest sandcastle in the world.
So it's going to be big.
Yeah.
Right, about 18 feet.
God.
Makita, have you gone up or down?
Just a little up.
A little bit.
I've gone for 800 centimetres.
800? That's not crazy.
That's good as
Yeah,
well.
that's all right,
At
I
least
think.
it will bring us to somewhere normal.
So,
Average speaking.
your average is 675 centimetres.
I think they've just seen each other's arms.
Oh, right.
I've seen her answer.
It appears, we'll find out, it appears that Kate might have gone rogue. Aid, what have you gone with?
I'm not being judgmental because mine might be rubbish too, but I thought about 25 feet.
So that's 1,250 centimetres you've got. Kate, now, Aid is not supposed to look at your answer, but I'm glad he did because we've enjoyed his reaction.
Yeah.
What have you gone with in centimetres?
I thought, if in Dubai they can build the world out of sand, then anything is possible.
Yes.
Have they done that?
Is that
They have.
300,000 centimetres? That is,
A lot.
just so you know,
Yes, it's a
that's
lot.
about 2 miles high. So your average is...
Can we have a drum roll?
150,625 centimetres. How high? What have you gone with at home? Are you above Kate's answer? Are you below it somewhere? What height was the world's tallest sandcastle built in September 2017? Who has won the point? 1,668, a point to Makita and Ed. Well done.
I'm amazed they got that.
Aid is very close. It's about 55 feet. 55 feet high was that castle.
Wow.
In metres, what is the total length around a standard UEFA-regulated football pitch?
Are we talking perimeter?
That's around the perimeter of the pitch, yeah.
Okay.
How many metres? If you go to football a lot, there must be ways and means of trying to work this out. Lou, what have you gone with?
2,200.
2,200. Just over 2 kilometres.
Now when you say it like that...
It sounds more, doesn't it?
It sounds too many.
Maggie, you've gone up or down?
Well, I reckoned, I don't know, see the size of a football pitch, but I reckoned 100 metres either side, about 50 across, so 300.
300,
total.
300. Interesting. So your average is 1,250
I'm so sorry.
metres. Richard, what's your thinking? 464 metres. Stuart, up or down?
I've just realised that I've made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
But, because I reckon it's about 120-ish by about 80, but unfortunately I should have done that twice.
Oh.
But even so, I'm hoping that Lou's estimate was so outlandish that this still keeps us on the money. 200.
200, says Stuart. So your average is 332. So the average is 1,250, just over a kilometre, or 332. Let's take a look. What is the total length around a standard UEFA-regulated football pitch? 346. Very, very impressive. In dollars, what price was paid for the world's most expensive comic book? A copy of Action Comics #1 in a 2014 online auction. Hal, let's start with you. What do you think the price would be?
I think I might have undershot. Because the thing is, you seem to go big on the last one. You seem to be asking things that are surprisingly large. I've only got $120,000.
120.
It's a comic book.
Okay. I think Kerry might have gone either much bigger or much smaller.
Have you got...
I've got $2.5 million.
$25 million?
No, 2.5.
Oh, $2.5 million.
OK, well,
okay.
average will be something insane.
Your average, Kerry and Hal, is $1,310,000. OK, what do you think at home? Is that somewhere close to where you are? Is it somewhere close to where you are, Ebony?
No, I've gone low ball with 50,000 because I just think, how could you spend more than that? Like, it's just wrong, right?
I've gone the other end of the spectrum. I've gone 5 billion, and I'll tell you what, I genuinely think I've undershot that.
So your average, Radzi and Ebony, $2,525,000. Now, this was the first ever comic in which Superman appeared.
OK, people are
This
saying
one. Now, let's find out the price of that comic and find out which pair has won the point. £3.2 million. million. The two of you's average is sensational, both times. You're really...
Yes.
I'm all right with teamwork.
Here we go. Last question. 2 points so far to Radzi and Ebony in this round. What is the answer to this, please? In total, how many Oscar statuettes have been awarded since the Academy Awards began? Radzi, what have you gone with?
I've just gone with, it seems about 20 per year. And it's been about 100 Oscars as a complete guess. I don't watch it. And so I've gone, maybe it's a few less than 20. And so with that in mind, 1,700.
1,700. Ebony, up or down?
Basically, I thought 60 years, I could be wrong, but I thought 60, 20 a year, got me to 1,200 and added a few. So 1,250 is my number.
1,250, says Ebony. So your average is 1,475. Hal?
I've overshot this time. I think it's over 30 every year. So I'm going for 3,500.
Kerry, up or down?
I've gone 600.
OK.
Because I reckon they give out
Just to
about
make sure we wouldn't
40
win.
or 50.
Yeah.
Don't they? Because there's loads you don't see. So they show you the best actor, best actress.
So they give away about 50, and so they've done it for 12 years, you're thinking?
I told you it was maths. I mean, this is so humiliating.
Shall we take a look at your average? Kerry and Hal, 2,050, you are saying. Who has got the point? 3,140. Yeah, they give away sort of 35 to 40 a year, and it's been going since 1927.
It'd have been close.
Yeah.
God, so we all got the... I thought it was like 1919, the first one.
According to the Pet Food Manufacturers Association, approximately how many pet snakes are there in the UK? I wouldn't have one as a pet. No offence if you do have one at home. I'm sure they're lovely. Angela, we will start with you. What's your thinking?
I suspect there are probably more people with snakes than we can possibly imagine. So I've gone for 1.5 million.
Wow. 1.5 million?
Yes.
Because one person might own multiple snakes.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, yeah, I guess...
If you've got a snake, you've probably got two.
Samira, up or down from 1.5
I went down, but I thought there'd be enough, so that's my attempt to draw a snake. I put 70,000.
It's a really good snake. You've done very well. 70,000, so a big difference of opinion on this. Let's take a look at your average. Angela and Samira are saying 785,000 snakes in the UK. Dom, what's your thinking?
There's very little thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen many snakes. I do know people that own snakes, but they're normally kind of like the village goth.
Yes.
So I sort of thought...
How many goths?
How many village goths? That's what I was looking at.
Clever.
So I went, well, it's not really, but I went for 140,000. I think that's about the entire goth snake owning community.
140,000, says Dom. John, where are you taking the average?
I think we've gone too low.
Ooh.
I've put 100,000, but think about it, Samira and Angela, that's 1 in 1,000 people, which sounds about right.
Really? 1 in 1,000 people own a snake?
Yeah.
Your average, John and Dom, is 120,000. Let's find out how many snakes are there and who has won the point. 160,000. Wow. Look at that. What is the height in metres of the coast redwood known as Hyperion, considered to be the tallest living tree in the world, according to Guinness World Records? Rose, I wonder if you can tell me what you've gone for.
I went for a crazy guess, and I really regret it, but I went for 200 metres.
200 metres.
Just too tall.
Rav, are you taking the average up or down?
Average is coming down.
OK.
And I've gone for a much smaller
86.
This is good, though. I think I went too high.
So your average is 143 metres. Valerie, it's the sort of thing they probably sent you to see years back, the tallest tree in the world.
I can never tell what a metre is.
Yeah, agreed.
I never know if you say it's 20 miles down the road or 20... It doesn't mean anything to me. I've no idea about this particular tree, although I have been into that lovely part of the world in San Francisco. So this might be a very tall tree.
That does sound tall.
572.
Gary, are you comfortable with that guess? Are you coming down?
I'm going to try and bring that average down a little bit.
OK.
So I'm going with minus 300. But I accidentally mistyped that as 100.
100 metres, says Gary, so your average is 336 metres. Let's find out what's the answer and which team has won the point.
Oh!
150. Very well done
Nice
to Ram and Rose there. In grams, what is the weight of St Edward's crown, which was placed on the head of Queen Elizabeth II at her coronation?
Oh, dear.
Right.
Trying to work out
Right,
a bag
in
of sugar,
grams.
weirdly. I'm going, I think I know how heavy a bag of sugar.
Well, yeah. Do you know, that's exactly what I'm
And then
thinking, a bag of
going
sugar.
like that.
That's clever.
Yeah.
So...
Although
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
You've told the other team how to do it.
Yeah.
It'd have been really clever if you kept that to yourself.
OK. I'm going for it. I'm sure it's very, very wrong.
What do you reckon at home? How heavy is that crown in grams? Rita, you were sensational on the last question. In grams, what are you saying?
2,500.
2,500 grams. Adil, are you going up or down?
I'm going up 5,000 grams.
You think the Queen's rocking like a 5k kettlebell on her head?
10 bags of sugar on her head.
Yeah. That is a Christmas speech I'd like to see. It goes, what, these? I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Let's take a look at your average. 3,750 grams is the average for Rita and Adil. Andrea, what are you saying?
Again, I don't think it's enough. I don't think I've gone high enough. I think that's too light.
750 grams, yeah. I mean, that's almost an insult to the Queen.
It is. I love the Queen.
Phil, up or down from 750?
I've gone bang on the same as Rita.
2,500 as well, says Phil. Let's take a look at your average. 1,625. Genuinely, there'll be someone at home with a bag of sugar currently on their head, and I guarantee you. Let's find out how heavy is that crown in grams and which team's won the point. Look at that. 2,230.
Exciting.
Rita, you're like unbelievable at this game. I mean, you don't get a point because of Adil. But, very, very good.
It's not overthinking.
You're unbelievable if you're on your own.
Well done if you got close to that at home. So, 2 and a bit kilos. That's about £5, about almost half a stone.
Amazing.
How many different songs have been performed as entries at the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Finals, please? That's from the very first Eurovision Song Contest up to the 2019 finals. Whichever team is nearest, I'm going to give 12 points. 12 points on this. There's not really. Just no one's listening to me. Scarlett, what's your answer and what's your thinking?
18,000.
OK.
Because
Talk us through.
Eurovision's been going on for a long time.
OK. Roughly
40 years.
40 years.
And then 60
songs
times 40.
Yeah.
So I've worked my maths wrong, haven't I?
Not even sure there's 60 in the final.
Because they have the semis now.
Yeah,
so there's only the top 20 or whatever.
Well, I'm hoping yours is a very low number.
Yeah.
Bring the average down.
maybe a minus number.
Yeah, yours too.
Naga, it's been a very impressive team so far. I'm assuming you've come down.
And originally, I was thinking it's been going at least since the 70s. And then I thought about 20 in the finals. But then I thought, actually, more have been added as the years... Because Australia's in the Eurovision now. So I knocked it down a little bit, and I went for 8,000.
8,000.
We could still win this.
So your average is 13,000.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You're saying, Rick, are you somewhere in the high thousands?
I sort of went roughly 50 years. Maybe there's 30 songs, 1,500, and then I just knocked a few off.
Yeah.
And I ended up with 14, 20, and also...
See, maybe I meant 1,800 in my head.
I think you probably did.
I've done a zero too many.
I Love David and the RE for DOD.
Oh, that's lovely. Huh? So 1,420. DOD, up or down from that?
Just down, but only a bit. I did my workings out here that there's about 28 songs in the final for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And then there was another period before that when there was slightly less, maybe 30-year period with 15, which gave me 1,260.
1,260. Your average is slightly harder to work out, but it is 1,340 songs in those grand finals.
We had extra zeros.
I was going to say, if you take away the zeros,
zeros.
there would genuinely be some tension now.
Yeah.
This would be a moment of jeopardy.
My maths is usually really good.
Let's take a look, shall we? How many songs have there been? I wonder who's won the points. The answer is... Whoa! How about that? That's super close.
Yeah. The dream team.
Yeah. In 2018, Kimi Räikkönen made Formula One history by completing a lap at an average speed of how many miles per hour? So the fastest ever lap in Formula One history, Kimi Räikkönen, but how fast was it in miles per hour? What do you reckon at home? There'll be some F1 fans at home. I bet some people kind of will get this pretty close. Sarah, what have you gone for?
I have gone for 142 miles an hour.
Lovely. Hugh, what have you gone for?
Marginally lower, 140.
I tell you what, I don't need the board to tell me the average there. 141 miles per hour is your average. Agree with that at home? Disagree? Holly, what have you gone for?
I've gone for a cool 205.
205. Nish, up or down?
I've gone down. I've gone 150 miles per hour, and I've also written I hate F1 because I hate F1.
Oh, really? See how that goes. Let's have a look at your average. Right, we have 141 miles an hour. We have 177.5 miles an hour. What do you think at home? What was the average speed of that lap, and which team has scored a point? 64. Holly and Nish get themselves a point. Very well done. Nish, closest again. How many Winter Olympic medals has Team GB won in total, please? 1924 till 2018. What do you think at home on this one? What's your maths like here? Winter Olympic medals. Chizzy, what are you going for?
I've gone for 3,056.
3,056. We're famously good at curling, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Amal, please be down from that.
But not by much. I mean, isn't the medal tally... I may have got this completely wrong. I thought the medal tally was about 100, 120-odd for Britain.
In the Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at your average. So 2,700, so... About, what's that, 130-odd every single Winter Olympics?
Sure.
Ellie, what have you gone for?
So I reckoned about 25 Winter Olympics then, in the last 100 years, and around, 7, 8 or 9 per Olympics.
So you've gone 190. Miles, what are you saying?
A similar number to Ellie.
164. Both teams, they seem to like each other's answer, so that's good.
I would love it if they were wrong.
So your average, Miles and Ellie, is 177. What do you think at home? How many Winter Olympic medals has Team GB won in total, and who has got the point? 32. 32. I mean,
that's appalling.
You are somewhere over 3,000 out.
Yeah.
So 32 is the answer. Very well done if you were close to that. How many goals were scored during the 1966 FIFA World Cup?
How many football teams play?
John is the only one who looks happy. John, we will start with you.
I've basically picked a figure out of thin air, but I think...
That's what we like it on this show.
58.
58, says John Robbins. Dom, you up or down from that?
I'm up. Football and superhero movies are my weakness, so
okay.
I've gone 200.
200, says Dom. Let's take a look at your average. 129, you're saying. 129 is your average. What do we think about that on this team? Samira, what are you saying?
I went with 55.
55. Angela, where are you taking this average?
I know nothing about football, and I have no idea how many teams even took part in last year's World Cup, or whenever it was, let alone the 66. But I'm assuming that it was then and they scored lots more goals, so I've put 240.
240, says Angela. Let's take a look at your average.
Could be tight.
147.5. Let's take a look at how many goals are scored during the 1966 FIFA World Cup and who has won the point.
Oh, good
89.
Lord.
John and Dom, very well done. 89, very nicely played. How many miles did sailor Ellen MacArthur travel to complete her record-breaking solo round-the-world voyage in 2005? And that's according to Britannica.com. I mean, it's sort of how big is the world, isn't it? Kind of.
Did she go to any weddings?
Unfortunately, she could not afford it.
Absolutely not. Ivo Graham's Coracle Round the World Wedding Tour.
Sorry for being a man of the people. Sorry for knowing how to have fun on a shoestring.
Oh.
Okay. Are you okay there? Are you having a breakdown, Andy?
No, a little bit, but I just...
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Everyone is locked in. Ivo, we will start with you. How many miles did Ellen MacArthur sail?
Fun bit of continuity. I've gone for the exact same as my guess at the amount of pubs. 105,000.
Kate, have you gone up or down from that?
Well, interestingly, I was up from that, but then I crossed it out, and I have gone 102,000.
No way. That's very close, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about that?
It'd be an absolute nightmare plotting that average.
103,500.
3,500, there we go.
Yeah. Phil, what have you gone for?
Well, I've kind of... Right, how far is it round? I thought it was about 20,000. And then plus wobbly bits. So I thought that and a half. So I went with 30,000.
Oh, no. 30,000, says Phil. Andy, are you dragging Phil up or down?
So I just plucked a number.
Okay.
Because I have literally not even the vaguest clue. And I guess 30,000.
No way.
Look at that. We're like...
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Basically, yeah.
Can we work out the average of those two numbers? 30,000. What do you think at home? 103,500 plays 30,000. How many miles did Ellen MacArthur travel? 27,348. Phil and Andy, well played.
Yeah.
How many hours are there in one day on the planet Venus?
Cool, what an amazing question.
It's a good question, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah. How many hours are there in one day on the planet Venus? What do you think at home? Well, listen, we're assuming it's not 24, otherwise it would be a very dull question. But what is it? More than 24, less than 24? Kate, what are you thinking?
I've got 4.
4 hours a day on Venus. 4 hours a day. John, up or down?
I've gone 3. This is mine. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Yeah, it's 3.
Oh, very nice. 3 hours. So essentially you're saying 3.5 hours. That's your average. Joel, what have you gone for?
70.
70? Okay.
It's nice because when I showed that for the first time, I think the cameramen didn't laugh.
It's the first time for everything.
First time.
70, Yolanda, up or down?
Up a little bit.
78. Well, this is nice that both teams kind of agree with each other.
Yeah.
So 74 hours, you are saying there. Who is right? How many hours a day are there on the planet Venus? Who has scored a point?
Oh, you went the right way!
There are 5,832 hours on the planet Venus.
That's quite a way out.
I have got to say, if we didn't have an answer there, I think we'd have all gone... I think that's probably right. I think you've got it. That's so convincing.
That is so good.
5,832 hours.
Wow.